I am John, a Liquidator. This is another episode of the Liquidator Report. So it looked like a couple ESPN anchors is having a rough day today. And these are the big dogs. I mean, these are the commentators, analysts that they paid that guap for. That is Pat McAfee and Stephen A. Smith has found herself in some serious hot water. Now, I want to start the video off by, man, I rock out with both of these guys. I know a lot of people feel a certain type of way about Stephen A. Smith, which I get that because he do have some hot takes. I know people feel a certain type of way about Pat McAfee, but Pat McAfee got a style of his own, bro. Like, he really do, and I just love his just differentness because he's very different. Now, when it comes to Pat McAfee, we know when ESPN hired him, they was taking a risk. He was hot. He really kind of unpolished, and he's very much going to do what he want to do. Now, it's been successful for Pat McAfee in that aspect for him to kind of just be himself, be kind of, not so seasoned, be out of the box when he's doing his analytic takes. Now, I'm here to tell you, it ain't working no more, at least for College Game Day. Now, I like College Game Day. I think it's a great show before the college football games. You guys don't know. That's where I got my start from, was college football, and I'm coming back to college football. So I'm very familiar with the show. He's on there with like Nick Saban and many other seasoned people in the media. Now, I'm here to tell you, dog, Pat McAfee could be hurting the show. Based on evidence that has been coming out, Pat McAfee has definitely been put in an awkward situation regarding College Game Day because this is very, very interesting. So Pat McAfee, as we know, he liked that on the microphone. He liked that. Well, it looked like the College Game Day people ain't feeling him, man. This article was just released by an awful announcement pretty much about an hour ago, bruh. It stated that the athletic survey shows declining support for Pat McAfee on College Game Day. 49% of voters in the athletic annual college football media survey said they did not like McAfee on ESPN flagship college football show. Damn, bruh. Now, mind you, Pat McAfee got one of the biggest shows on ESPN. And hell, he got one of the biggest shows on this platform right here, YouTube. I mean, you go on Pat McAfee show, he gonna have 3,000, 4,000, maybe even 10 watching his show at one time. I mean, we can pull up the show right now, and I bet you any amount of money Pat McAfee views is gonna be through the roof. Now, it's these the same viewership that is watching these shows on ESPN. I don't know. I don't think it's the same audience. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, today, which we gonna go back to the article. You know, I want to bring up Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee. I don't know why my studio came up. Pat McAfee show. I mean, he live right now with 86,000 people. Bruh, Pat McAfee got 86,000 people watching him, bruh. Right now, he's live right now talking about college football, bruh. Listen.
Fun team to watch and can certainly win it all.
Absolutely. You talk about being tough. That's something that we've seen, too.
He got
from not only these
86,000 people watching him talk about college football. Now, this is the survey, the article that they is alleging, because now I'm scratching my head, dog. Now I'm scratching my head because I just think the numbers didn't lie for his YouTube channel. But like I said, it could be a different audience. The article goes on to say a new survey conducted by The Athletic shows that support for ESPN's Pat McAfee on Game Day is waning among college football fans. Despite spreading popular segments like weekly field goal kicking contests, Pat McAfee approval rating is at an all-time low, according to a survey published by The Athletic Monday. Now, readers was asked, how do you feel about Pat McAfee on College Game Day? And nearly half of the respondents answered don't like it. In total, 49.5% of voters in the Athletic Annual College Game Day football media survey said that they did not like Pat McAfee, ESPN flagship college football show. 31.6% said they like him, while 18% said that they have no opinion. Now, in the 3 years the Athletic has posed this exact question to his readers this year, they saw a higher portion. Now, I'm not here to knock the Athletic, but after I seen this, bruh, after I just seen this, 86 damn thousand people watching them. Oh no. Oh no. Y'all looking real spooky, bro. Now, with that being said, we got to move on to another segment of the Liquidator Report, and that is Stephen A. Smith. Now, Stephen A. Smith got this interview that comes out today on ABC. Listen to this. Listen to this interview, y'all.
I don't know if you would categorize this as a third rail or a pitfall, as you describe, but in your book, you talk about how when you were first starting with, quite frankly, you were concerned that the Black community might see you as a sellout, as an Uncle Tom. And as you know, some of those criticisms have come about lately. And I want to just play a quick clip to get your reaction.
Sure.
To use your platform in order to not only come for me, but consistently kind of have a track record of coming for Black women, I was just very disappointed in him.
They're paying you not for your numbers, my friend. They're paying you because you are willing to say the nasty things about Black people that they want to say.
Your reaction?
They should be ashamed of themselves. Where's your evidence?
Well, with Crockett, you have apologized.
Well, let me tell you what I apologized for. Trump followed up what I said by calling her low IQ and stuff like that, which I found appalling. She's a highly educated woman. She's licensed to practice law in the state of Texas, Arkansas, and federally. She's a United States representative. She's an influential, intelligent, decent, good Black woman who cares a lot about Black people in this country. So I apologized for assisting in any way this notion that it's okay to say that about her, because I didn't want any parts of that. But I did feel that the situation was overblown. I was simply saying, is cursing the president out and calling him a piece of on national television or in front of a national audience going to help your constituency? I wanted to know the answer to that question.
You know, it's not just Joy Reid and...
Let me say something about Joy Reid. Let's get this out of the way. I don't know this woman. I've met her one time. I shook her hand once. I've never spoken to her in my life. And she's responding that way because when she got fired by MSNBC, her show got canceled. I spoke on it. And what I said was, she is a talent, highly intelligent woman. I respect her. The issue, however, is that if your numbers drop 47% and you are Black in this culture that we're living in, did you really expect something else to happen? Of course they were going to do that to you. I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, I get what you're saying and you might be right. But the manner in which you're going about it, that ain't going to serve you well long term.
But why is it that many Black women have had this criticism on Stephen A. Smith?
Who are the many? Because I think they're a few.
So that was Stephen A. Smith, man. So this interview is there to come out today. I'm going to be very interested in watching it, dog. I don't know, bro, but ESPN going to have to get it together, dog. Get down to the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this one. Keep them bills on. I will be back with more content. And until next time, dog, y'all already know how I'm rocking. Shake the haters out. Peace out.